Hi, my name is Rebekah Clauson. I'm an MSW student at Utah Valley University, and this is my capstone presentation on social media usage and the mental health in adolescents. What inspired me to do this was I actually attended a presentation by Colin Karchner on Stop Giving Kids Smartphones. Colin believed very strongly that social media usage and access to the internet had a very negative impact on mental health in youth. And so, as many of us know, social media is a highly popular platform in today's world. And it seems like kids and youth are getting free access to the internet and social media earlier and earlier these days. So I wanted to see, how is this impacting their mental health? Is social media negative for youth? The purpose of my systematic review project was to see what research has already been completed on this and what the current information was regarding the effects of social media usage and mental health. I also wanted to see if there had been any research done on intervention on this topic as well. My hope in focusing on this topic was to bring awareness to parents and adolescents on how using social media may be impacting their mental health. I feel that both parents and youth don't even realize that it's having either a positive or a negative impact on their mental health. Social media and internet use has rapidly increased and continues to increase, particularly in adolescent users. The topic of how this social media and internet use is related to mental health in adolescents is still being researched and reviewed. Social media is a relatively new field that professionals are trying to understand and keep up with. As we know, it's rapidly growing and changing and evolving, and so it's hard to complete research on this because it's changing so quickly. The systematic review will use collected data from multiple sources to help gain better insight and understanding into the connection between social media and its use and its impact on youth. I collected data from 25 peer-reviewed sources and used keywords such as social media, mental health, adolescence, depression, anxiety, sexual behaviors, dangers of the internet, and social networking and mental health. Common methods within these research studies were talking to adolescents and their parents, using surveys, and using focus groups. Social media usage has increased significantly and has been found that 73% of wired American teens use at least one social networking site. I imagine and hypothesize that this has increased since then, as this particular information was taken from February of 2008. It was also found that more older users were commonly using Facebook, while younger users were using MySpace. As we know, MySpace is not really a used social media site these days, and I hypothesize that it is more commonly used Instagram and TikTok for our younger users. In 2010, 75% of teens reportedly owned a cell phone. Again, I hypothesize that this number is a lot larger these days. Adolescence is a very significant period of psychological, biological, and social change for young people as they adjust to their emergent needs and develop new skills, responsibilities, and intimate relationships. This time frame is often when mental health is detected for the first time. It's reported that the rise of technology in social media has made anxiety increase in teens, specifically in their social interaction and at an unprecedented rate. And that's what I was looking for, is to see what impact this social media was having on their mental health, such as that anxiety. These issues include comparing oneself with others, cyberbullying, social isolation, and addiction. Other mental health issues reported being correlated with use of social media include symptoms of inattention, hyperactivity, impulsivity, ODD, anxiety, and depressive symptoms. Some findings, however, disagreed with this hypothesis that social media was negative on mental health. Some found it to be beneficial and that it helped young people interact and have that social interaction with other young people. Others hypothesized that young people were using these internet access and social media sites to do their own research on mental health, and that it was actually helpful to them in finding interventions for themselves on how to address those needs. Results overall were fairly inconclusive. Out of the 20 research studies that I found specifically on social media usage and the mental health of adolescents, 16 of them found a negative correlation with it, meaning that 16 studies found that adolescents who were on social media sites were having mental health issues. 2 of them found that there was no correlation, and 2 of the studies found their results to be inconclusive. Overall, more research needs to be done on the usage of social media or social networking sites and its relation with mental health issues in adolescents. Although there is some research done on this topic, contradicted findings and the nature of how time and culture has changed since these studies were done show a need for further research on this. Additionally, these studies do not address a resolution or intervention methods needed for this topic. So from my systematic review, I found that more research needs to be done. We need more updated and current information on this topic, and more interventions for this topic as well. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. My references are at the bottom of this, and I will also include a larger copy of those as well.